It is recording. Okay, so tonight we're going to switch it up a little bit. I know Kiana had posted about getting you all to start doing some trainings and stuff, and it's only because, for one, when you get pushed out of your comfort zone, all the things start happening. Like all the good things, all the new things. You get out of that confidence level. Even when you're talking to customers, you just feel a little bit better. So I wanted to talk a little bit about like manifestation, but I'm mainly gonna let Kiana and Christina do the thing because they planned this out. So I mean, honestly, if you just want to hit it, you can do it, and then we can cover more later.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to start bringing other leaders on here, like Krista said, to not just push out of our comfort zone, but honestly, if it's just me and Krista, it's going to turn into like a BFF podcast. And so, although you guys probably think we're funny, we definitely want to, like, we learn something new from you all every single day. Like we learned something new. Like Christina and I had a one-on-one and we just kind of like went back and forth, talked to one another, and she has good ideas. And I know everybody like has their own spin on things. And so I think there's just a few of us on here. Like it's not that bad whenever we're on here with you. Like obviously if I was just like, here you go and do a whole training by yourself, that would probably be a lot more nerve-wracking. And that's why we want to try to do it this way and kind of put everybody in rotation and let you know it's not as bad as it seems. So really we just want to what Chris and I talked about was we wanted to just have you guys know that we're leading with the sale that's going on, the 15% off. So I'm advertising it as 35% off because they get 20% off for doing auto ship and then the additional 15. So I'm advertising it as 35% off the rest of tonight, obviously, and tomorrow. What else? If you want to run any other Mother's Day sales specials, then you can, but that's why we emphasize to keep an eye on your email. This dropped early this morning. You had all day, and then tomorrow it's over. It's that quick. No warning, nobody knew, none of the like 80K, 200K is like nobody knows. So that's why it's important to stay plugged in and make sure that you're always working your business. And that way you have people to follow up with when things like this happen and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone is taking full advantage of the sale, whether you're ordering yourself stuff, ordering for other people, like in your family as gifts or whatever, or following up with customers or just leading with it, that we have the sale going on, that you've posted on your stories, you've gone live about it, you've made a post about it that wasn't just the screenshot of the graphic. If you like posted it to your wall, like you made it some kind of unique and like actually talked about it or something. So I wanted to just make sure that that was said, just because it's the obvious. Anytime we have anything going on, we like to touch on it on our trainings. And then we want to take the time tonight to discuss like embracing your journey and kind of manifestation and stuff. Krista and I have been in a course, and I know that she's kind of like dropped it in the group a couple times, but first of all, we've been studying like the law of attraction and manifestation and stuff like that since about 2016, I want to say, about 2016. And my very first glimpse of manifestation was Catherine Zinkina's 21-day manifestation challenge, or 21-day money manifestation challenge. Are you able to mute everybody, Krista? Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. So, and like day 6 within the first week of that challenge, I had manifested like $600. So I have been really hardcore deep into like mindset, manifestation, and not mindset in a sense of like how the team teaches mindset, in a sense of like manifestation and actually bringing things forward into your life based off of your thoughts. It's more than just having a positive mindset and avoiding a negative mindset. It's actually putting intention towards manifesting the things that you want. So what Krista and I have evolved to in our manifestation journey is we've been taking this Amanda Frances course. And I mean, she has a bunch of courses and she's really amazing. And she actually taught Catherine Zinkina, and Krista is the one who put me on to Amanda Frances. And I relate more with her. And anyways, all that to just like say that where we are in our journey is largely like you can contribute pretty much everything to manifestation, like God, universe, angels, whatever you believe in. We are where we are, and and I say that like mindset wise, business wise, team wise, just whatever, like our social media. Like I started on Instagram back before I even knew, like my sister set my Instagram up for me, and I went from that to like 20 something thousand followers over the years by setting the intention. Not only am I going to work it through inspired action, but through manifesting it. So I wanted to say, like, use that analogy just because Amanda Frances says the way that she prays is, dear God, this is what I want, like X, Y, and Z. This is my desire. I'm willing to do my part. What would you have me do? And so, like, even though that's a new concept to me, that's actually what I've been living by for the past few years. And that's how I got to where I am on my journey. So it's like, okay, dear God, and it sounds weird, but dear God, I want this large social media following. I'm willing to do my part. What would you have me do? And even though I didn't have it in those words back then, I took the inspired action that was given to me by watching videos about Instagram, by doing the following and the unfollowing and the engagement and the interaction and just doing all the things. And then this following manifested. So that's kind of the example that I wanted to give. I don't know if it made sense, but anything that you want business wise, anything that you want, like, your marriage, your being a mom, whatever it is in your journey, you can manifest it into reality. You have to set the intention, wait for the inspired action, do the inspired action as it comes, no matter how uncomfortable it is. I know Krista and I have both, like, we've jumped on lives before that no one's gotten on. That was our inspired action at the time. We've obviously left companies and joined a new company. That was inspired action. We have reached out to people on our oh shit list who are on our team. That was inspired action. So when you set the intention out, that you want a team, you want to rank, you want this, you want that. Like I said, it can be personal, your marriage, be a better mom, whatever. Like I had been setting forth the intention in the back of my mind for years that I wanted to be a better mom and that I wanted to be more active with my kids. And then slowly but surely, I started like attracting, kind of almost like in a divine way, I guess you can say. Like Krista got me involved with sports with my kids, and then she got me involved with these products that helped with my mood. Like it's so weird when just like the stars align, I guess is what I always call it. And that's how I explain it to my husband, is when the stars align, like that's manifestation working. Your prayers are being answered. It's all one and the same. So that's what I have to say about it, and how I want to point out that there's a huge distinction in like discussing manifestation and discussing like mindset. So I wanted to give you those examples just to show kind of like the difference in things. And then I do want Christina to to hop on here and just like you can introduce yourself. And I just want to point out that, just to kind of like throw her under the bus real quick, that her volume right now, first of all, guys, we've done like what, $3,000 or $4,000 in volume just today, as a tribe. And then Christina is actually halfway right now on, what's today, the 9th? She is halfway right now to what she ended April at, volume wise. So what it took her all month of April to achieve, she has already achieved that 9 days into the month, y'all. Like, it is insane. It is insane. So I am glad that you switched your day, Christina, and that you are on with us tonight instead of in a couple weeks. So you can she unmute herself? Yeah, you can unmute yourself, I think. And then just share whatever's on your heart or whatever notes you have.
Okay. So number one, mom life. I guarantee my kids will run in here at some point. So sorry in advance for that. But I have notes. Y'all have to give me some grace. I am Southern and I talk a lot, which y'all are Southern too, so you understand. But I'm Christina. I have been in network marketing. My computer will not stop shaking. I've been in network marketing for almost 5 years. I was with my last company for 3, and then I took about a year off and then reconnected with Krista, and I've been with Thrive for almost 10 months. I or in the last company that a lot of us were in, we were like sales driven. We were not taught manifestation. We weren't taught self-development. Like it was mentioned here and there, but it was not the main focus like it is with our company and our tribe. So I just to kind of give you a little bit of my backstory, not Krista, Kiana kind of told a little bit of where I was going. I was really lucky to be a day one thriver. I like took my capsules mid-afternoon when my mail ran and text Krista and was like, what is this magic? Like, what is this life? I had really quick results. I lost about 47 pounds in about 4 months. I had really quick physical results, but I was not doing anything here. So when I joined, a lot had just changed. I had just had my last baby about a month prior. My husband had started a new job, and he was training about an hour and a half away from us 5 days a week. So he was gone 5 days out of the week. I had 3 kids under 5 by myself, and I had extremely bad postpartum anxiety. So I started the products. I felt awesome physically. I was losing weight. I was doing my 3 steps. It was great. The anxiety got worse and worse and worse. I got my black label. I stuck it on and I just kept going. I still wasn't really doing anything with my mind. So I started reading The Magic when we read it for book club, and I would listen to podcasts, and I was listening to like the Rise podcast and stuff, and going here and there. I started dabbling into manifestation. And the funny thing is, I actually found this today. I just wanted to share with you. This is my very first goal sheet I made when I started this business. Ask me how many times I've wrote this down since then. I just found it. That tells you. So I wrote this down and never ever did anything else with it. So I have notes. Because I will start rambling. So when I joined the company, like I said, my husband was gone. He had just started a new job. Prior to that job, we had had extremely inconsistent income for about 2 years. So when I joined, was operating out of a lack mindset, which Brittany talks about a lot. I was in survival mode. I needed money and I needed it now. And that's how I operated my business for the first 9 months. And then, quarantine and all of this awesome stuff happened. And for the first little bit, my husband was still working. I am a bartender, so I immediately got furloughed. But my husband was still working. He was mainly home, but he still had the job. He was furloughed on April 17th, and I texted Krista and was like, I need some time to get my head straight because I knew I was about to go into a downward spiral. So April 17th, more than halfway through the month. So more than halfway through the month, I think I tried to go back and look, but I couldn't find it. I had like one auto ship customer, and I had placed a personal order. And just prior to that, I had a promoter join. So that was it. I went from that to almost a little over 2,000 in volume just till the end of the month. And I want to tell you why. I spent 4 or 5 hours in self-development and goal setting because I knew that something had to change. What I had been doing was not working. I was writing my gratitude every day. I was reading here and there. I was listening to podcasts here and there, but I was not consistently doing anything. I wasn't consistently doing IPAs. I wasn't consistently doing self-development. So April 17th, I spent 5 hours. I went back and looked from the time I texted her to the time I texted her again. I spent 5 hours doing self-development and goal setting. I wrote down my goals, and I have written them down every single day since. And there's something very special about putting pen to paper every single morning. Pen to paper. If you don't know what you want, if you're not telling the universe, telling God, telling whoever what you want, you're not going to get it. So I want to share a statistic I heard a couple of days ago from Katie. Where did it go? So if you, 80% of people, where is it at? I have it wrote down. 80% of people that write down their goals are more likely to achieve them. So going back, April 17th, I started writing down my goals every single morning. I did not reach 4K like I wanted, but on that day, I said, okay, obviously my big goal is 4K, but I want to get halfway there. I got halfway there, y'all. Like, writing down your goals, telling everybody what you want, telling the universe, telling God what you want, that is key. So I wrote down my goals. I've wrote them down every day since. I got closer to 4K than I ever have. I went from being in that lack mindset and being jealous when I saw all of these people promoting to literally crying the entire day because all of y'all were hitting promotions. I was so happy. I was so happy for everybody. I was happy for myself because like I said, I reached my halfway there goal, but I was so happy for all of everybody that was reaching their goals. That's not where my mind used to be. And the thing that changed was that doing that self-development and changing my mindset from a lack mindset and a survival mindset to, okay, I'm telling God what I want. I'm telling the universe what I want. So it's going to come to me. And that's where that manifestation comes into play. So like Krista said, or not Krista, I keep calling you Krista, like Kiana said, it's the 9th of the month and I'm halfway to what my end of the month volume was. I'm going 4K this month, y'all. Like, there is no question in my mind. I was sitting here like writing my notes down earlier, like crying as my husband's doing his workout because I hadn't even looked at my volume. I had no idea until I went in and looked at that. So once my mental growth changed, once I got serious about manifesting my goals, that's when that financial growth comes into play. So you have to grow. You like, number one, you have to manifest what you want. You have to put your goals out there, but you have to grow this and you have to grow this before your paycheck will ever grow. So I just want to talk a little bit about how I do my manifestation and how, like, basically my morning routine. Because I have a solid morning routine. I try to get up and do it before my kids do, but they're on this like weird 5 a.m. thing, and your girl is not getting up before that. So, very first thing every morning, I wake up, I open my eyes, my feet hit that floor, and I say, thank you, Lord, for another day. Like, right off the bat, I take my capsules, I change my patches. If my kids are still asleep, then I will do a meditation video, which I've posted a couple of those in the chat. I will do a manifestation meditation, either video, or I'll turn on, if they are awake, they like to do yoga with me. So I'll do a manifestation yoga. The key is visualizing in complete detail what your goals are. My goal is to buy a home. I want a home for my family. Every morning I wake up and I sit down at my island in my big open foyer, my big open floor plan in between my kitchen and my living room. I have a white coffee cup and I'm drinking my shake sitting in an island that is nowhere to be found in this apartment that I live in. I can taste the shake. I can feel the chair. I know exactly what is coming. Complete detail. I can like hear my kids running up and down the hall, the babies crawling around in the floor. Complete detail. Visualize in complete detail what you want. Know what those tears are going to feel like when you hit 12K. Know the flutter in your chest that you're going to feel when you hit 40K. You have to visualize in total detail. Focus on your day-to-day journey. So, watching your thoughts, you are what you think. You are what you think you are. So watching your thoughts, if you think, okay, you know, I've done this, my thing. So going back, we had not the GOAT promotion. There was one right before that. I can't even remember what it was. From the start, I was like, I'm not gonna get that. Guess what? I didn't get it because I told myself I wouldn't. Close the door. Close the door. Told y'all. I didn't get it because I told myself I wouldn't get it. You are what you think you are. So focus on your day-to-day journey. If you say, okay, I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to get 200 in volume, and you tell yourself all day, I'm going to get 200 in volume, I'm going to get 200 in volume, guess what? You're more likely to get 200 in volume. You have to focus on your day-to-day actions. What can you do today that is going to get you to that final goal? So once I started doing this manifestation and focusing on self-development and doing that consistently, my IPAs started coming in consistently. I went from, okay, well, I don't really have time to sit down for an hour to, okay, I have 5 minutes. What have I done today? What do I need to do right now? When one thing becomes consistent, then everything falls into place. I started eating better, doing yoga every day. I've never in my life worked out every day, ever. And no, I'm not doing like a strenuous, like crazy workout, but I'm moving my body every day. So what actions are going to get you to your final goal? So one thing my husband always says to me is prayer without work is just words. So if you're praying and you're putting all of these things out into the universe and you're saying, okay, this is what I want, this is how I'm going to get there, but you're not actually doing the work to get there, then you're just saying some words. If you don't have full belief that manifestation is going to work, then it's not going to. You have to 100% feel in your heart that by you putting this out there, it's going to come to you. If you don't feel that, it's not going to. So I do my manifestation, and then I do kind of do like Rachel Hollis's start today. I do 5 to 10 things that I'm grateful for and why. And I want to tell you guys things that I stopped writing down that I was grateful for every day was things that I started losing, things that started drifting away. When I started writing them down again and saying, this is what I'm grateful for, they came back to me. When I started writing down again, I'm grateful for every penny we've earned or every penny we will earn. Y'all, our income right now is higher than it's ever been, and my husband is not working. Tell me that that's not God. That's not manifesting what we need, what we want. So I do my gratitude, and then I write down, like I said, every day. Y'all, this notebook, all of this is my everyday. My goals are written down in here every single day. I write down my goals and I say them out loud. Then I do my affirmations. I read and listen to self-development. Overall, my whole thing, self-development is key. If you are not doing self-development, you can do every IPA in the book. You're not going to go anywhere for a long time. You may earn something quickly, but it won't keep coming. You have to grow your mind. You have to grow your heart. You have to develop the person and become the leader that you need to be you can have a team of 20, but if you don't have the heart to lead them, they're not going to stick around. You have to grow yourself if you want to go anywhere with this. So that's what I have. I'm going to stop sweating now. Y'all can take back over.
Girl. So I actually just text Krista. I'm going to be honest. I said, dude, why is she fired? Like, I don't know. Just whenever you got to talking, I know that you were nervous and stuff, and it just flowed. And I think everybody agrees, like, you just put yourself on the regular training schedule. No, I'm just playing. Her face, she was like, what? So, yeah, like everything that she's saying, like, it's such a foreign concept because we're not taught these sorts of things in school. So it's such a foreign concept, but it does intertwine like with religion. It does intertwine with science. It does intertwine with like all these different things. Like it all goes together because I'm one of those people, I'm like, okay, but like, what is the science behind this? What does the science say about this? The science backs it up. I just put some stuff in our chat about it as well, but the science backs up through the universal laws, just like the law of gravity, the law of oneness, the law of attraction. Like they are actual like laws. It's actual science. And so this stuff works. So if you guys want to get into it, it's like you go through these levels of manifestation and mindset. It's like you start out and the first step is being aware. The first step is always self-awareness. The first step is always, I know something is wrong. When I wasn't paying enough attention to my kids, when I wasn't loving myself, whenever I knew that I was like panicking just by being in traffic and, you know, like little things, it took all the way up until I was 21, going on 22 years old to become aware of those things. So step one is just self-awareness, y'all. Like I'm not trying to shove any of this down your throat. Like we're not trying to like say your mindset is negative, negative, negative. It looks different for everybody. Sometimes it looks like maybe you're good with like your relationship and, you know, with a higher power and your religion and prayer and gratitude. Maybe you're good with all those things, but you struggle with the business aspect of being told no or panicking when a client has a bad experience or is asking a question that you don't know or something like that. All of those things, like you can literally manifest your dream team. You can manifest easy clients, you know what I mean? Like you can manifest for your business to be easy. And that's, I'm going to be honest with you guys, that's what conflicts with me sometimes when I listen to some trainings is because they're like, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. And I'm like, no, it's easy because I let it be easy. It's hard in a sense of, you know, it takes effort, of course, but I enjoy it. So it's not hard. You know what I mean? It's not hard work. Because I choose to not let it be hard. And that's part of mindset, manifestation, and some of the things from the resources that I posted in the chat just now. I choose, like I really don't like the like hard work, grind, hustle mentality. I like the words and stuff and like the energy behind them, but I don't like believe that things have to come hard. I'm not even going to go into that. Like if you put like hard work with like money or with results, then you're never going to have enough time in the day to achieve your goals. Like how are you going to be a millionaire? That would mean that all millionaires worked hard and all broke people like didn't work at all. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't even make any sense. So and that's what all of these teachers who teach, you know, mindset and manifestation, like they all kind of have this core belief that things come through hard work on yourself. That self-awareness, that's that step one. And then you go into like, oh, let me dabble in it and play around with it. And then when stuff starts to come back at you, like if you sit there and say like, okay, I have this bill that's due, I don't know, the 9th, today's the 9th, I have this bill due on the 15th, I don't know how I'm going to pay it, blah, blah, blah. If you like speak that negative energy out there versus like saying, I don't know how this bill's going to be paid, but it's going to be paid, y'all. Like me and Chris have lived that life. Like I don't know how it's going to get paid. Still to this day, nobody knows how I've been like a single mom before and paying over $1,000 in rent by myself with no job, like working from my phone. Like nobody's ever been able to figure that out for the past like 5 years. So it's like, I don't know. It's that bill's due on the 15th. What am I going to do? And my mentality is always, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's just going to get paid because I put that energy out there. That's what happens. Everything is always taken care of. Everything is always taken care of business wise. Like we talked about my 12K. I was in months like frustrated whenever I was trying to connect, like, oh, I worked so hard, so hard, so hard, so hard. And I started to get into my own head about things. And those were the months that I was the furthest away from it. The months that I got the closest to it are when I just like kind of let it go and worked on me and said, I let it be easy. People are attracted to me. I'm a money magnet. I'm a client magnet. I literally change lives for a living. Like those are the things that I say to myself. And back around holiday time, I kind of got out of that. And my business suffered. I mean, I wasn't even halfway to maintaining my 4K a few months ago. Let's just get real. Like I know Krista shared that there was like, a month or two that she barely maintained. No, like I was like under halfway from maintaining my 4K for a couple of months in a row. So, and those were the months that my mindset lacked. And then the month that I put in the most work on myself is the month that I went 12K. It's that simple. This is science, you guys. Like it's a blend of like science and spirituality. So like I said, I don't want to shove anything down your throat, but it is like, it's not like super religious, but it is, but it's not. Like it's just really interesting. And you guys really need to look into it for yourselves and go from step one of self-awareness, realize where you may need some assistance, where you could benefit from it. And then you'll go, like I said, to that step two of like, well, let me just like test the waters. And when you start to get those results back, you're like, oh shit, like this works, like this actually works. And then the more belief you have in it, the stronger like the energy behind it becomes. So
I want to add.
I was going to pass it to you. And
See, I knew.
Ready or not.
I was just going to add at the end of the month last month. So obviously I had earned my GOAT promotion, like a day or two before the end of the month, or maybe, I don't know. I don't even remember. But I was like, I want DJs. I'm about to get it done. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get it done. Because at that point, I think he maybe had like 150 on his tracker because I was working on mine and we were working on Kiana's 12K. Like it wasn't the goal. And I was like, let's just do it. And she was like, really? Yep, it's about to happen. So it was probably 11:15, 11:30 that night. And I was like, okay, I need 200. What are we about to do? And she was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know either. I'm out of ideas. Like at that point, I had followed up with everybody. I had done all the things. And at this point, my inbox was slowing down. It's almost 12 o'clock. People were like gone to bed. Nobody was writing me back. Literally out of nowhere, I had two people be like, okay, I'm ready to order my 3 steps. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Sent them the website. And people be playing too. Like they'll take 2 days before they order on your website too. Like they'll look around and ask you 50 questions. No, they literally went on there and ordered right away. And I was like, are you kidding me? I said I wanted it. And then I worked for it. And then it came down to the wire. And that's the thing. That's the best part of the manifesting. What is it called? It's like the moment that you still have faith, even when it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
That's what faith is. Yeah.
That's what faith is.
Yeah. That's what faith is.
It's that moment that you're like, okay, it's down to the wire. It's not even going to happen, but it's still going to happen. Like you're just telling yourself it is what it is. It's so it's done. And it was done just out of nowhere. It's insane. And I mean, we can go into like.
I wanted to just like interrupt real quick and just say like, y'all couldn't be in mine and Krista's daily conversations. We correct each other. Like our friendship is like really fun and stuff like that. But like when she hits me with, if such and such happens, I literally text her back and say, when such and such happens. I did it to her today. She can send you screenshots. That's what I surround myself with. Right. Is people who correct me when I have this what if mentality, instead of it's already here, it's already mine, I'm claiming it, it's law, it's mine. Like we correct each other on that type of stuff. I can't even think just over the last few days of another one besides like the when, like saying if it happens versus when it does happen.
Well,
like,
and I want to point out
your like 12K speech, your 40K speech, your 80K speech. Krista don't need to practice her speeches. I have to do her speeches for her. But she has always like practiced that moment in her head. You know what I mean? Like
I want you to point out and tell. I know you can't share she can't share a ton of what's went on in her life over the last year, basically. But if you all seen the situation she was in, the relationship she was in.
Catch me on an unrecorded Zoom.
Right. The situation that she was in, like her life literally looks, you wouldn't even know it. Like it's a completely different life where it came down to the man in her life, the friends in her life, the way she runs her days, like she was, if you could see all those memes on Facebook about a toxic relationship, a toxic life, she was in the worst one. And to come out on the other side because one day she decided, you know what, I'm done. I don't know what I'm about to do. I'm going to find me a house. We moved her in like one day. She was like, bring Papa's truck, let's go. Moved all her stuff out, moved her in. Like, it was insane. But she was done.
I manifested the house that I'm in. I manifested the car that I have, all within like a month's time too. Yep. Like, it went that quick. And Krista even would ask me, like, when I was leaving that toxic relationship that I had been in with my son's dad, she was like, so, like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going back to work? Like, what are you going to do? This is before, joining this. And I would be like, I don't know. Like, y'all know my motto, YOLO, all day, every day. It's gotten me through everything. And it's not like YOLO in that sense, but it's YOLO, like, it's out of my control. What's going to happen is going to happen. I'm always divinely guided. I'm always taken care of. And things are always working out in my favor. And even when they don't, they pave way for better things to work out for me. It has taken a very long time to get to that point.
Right. It's what I want. It's this or something better. It's this or something better. You can say it over and over. The better it gets, the better it gets. Every time, one thing I will say, let's share a couple like affirmations that we say, and then we can post them in the chat too. Literally, the one thing that I say every single day, every time I spend $1, I say every dollar I spend comes back to me times 10, and I say it 10 times over and over and over.
And anytime I spend money, she says it to me.
I did, and she'll text me and be like, I need this or this bill paid, and I'll be like, all right, hold please, I'm about to do our affirmations real quick, and I'll do them and manifest money for her. Like, it makes no sense. But I mean, it's the vibe that you surround yourself with, and that's another thing I want to add really quick. People will say, and I know it's been shared on trainings and stuff too, but people will say, like, what if your husband isn't supportive? What if he's just all bad vibes? It's okay, because the good is always more and always cancels out the bad. Show up and do you. He will catch the vibe at some point. Mm-hmm. So, and that's the same thing with friendships. It's the same thing with business. It's the same thing with anything. You show up and do your part, and then everyone else will follow.
I agree. Yeah, it's only up and up and up from here. She will hit anybody with the money comes back times 10. It doesn't matter. So one day, y'all, just side note, I spent like $40 at the Dollar Tree during quarantine. I went for an essential item and came out with non-essential items. It's fine. And I was like, dude, and I was just telling her, who does this? Like, why am I like this? Why did I spend $40 at the Dollar Tree for nothing? And she was like, it's fine. Every dollar comes back to you times 10. Okay, I understand that. I know that. But I want to know why I spent $40. Just because every dollar I should only spend $4 then. I should have spent $4, like what I came here to spend. But that's a good one. And it's really just like I said, there's levels to it. Like, there's self-awareness, there's the elementary level, there's, like the middle school level, the high school level, like it keeps going up. And
and I want to point out too, if you're having a hard time saying just for instance, if you want to say like, I'm a money magnet, but you don't believe that, you can say things like, I release all resistance around me being a money magnet. Like, you can add that to anything. I release all resistance around whatever. And because it's tricking your mind.
Yeah, if you say, I choose to believe. Mm-hmm. If you put everything, go ahead, Christina.
Anything that I'm having, like that one, anything I'm having resistance to, I always put I am worthy of in front of it. Because usually if I'm resisting it, it's because I don't feel that I'm worthy of it. So anytime I'm saying an affirmation and I'm like, that doesn't sit right with me, I am worthy of success. I am worthy of being a money magnet.
I cuss a lot. So, I mean, I don't want to drop a bunch of F-bombs on here, but I'm probably about to. But, like, that's what kind of did it and tricked it in my mind for me, is anytime, like, I would kind of feel like, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. I'm like, yes, the fuck it is. Because I'm, like she said, I'm worthy. I'm fucking worthy of it. I deserve it. And says who?
And then your other favorite is why not? Why the F not? Why not?
Says who? Who says, like, am I just, like, damned, like, to hell? You know what I mean? Like, that I just can't have nice things. I can't have good things. Good things can't happen. I can't have, no. What sense does that make? So why not me? Why can't I? Says who? Like, I really want to know, like, where it's, like, written, you know what I mean? Like, set in stone, says who? And I have like really, I had some really big things like around the debt that I have, because obviously I have a master's degree and then I started to pursue a second master's degree. So my student loan debt is very high, and I have very like negative, I don't even know, around that, or I have had before. And so I started to realize like, no, like that debt gave me an education. Like I'm worthy of an education. And who's to say that it's bad? Like who says that debt is bad? Like not go run yourself in debt, but who's to say that debt's bad? And that's like something that I've learned in the Amanda Francis course too, that Krista put me on, is like she talks about that because she's got student loan debt that she's very open about. And so it just like reframes everything. So now I've been focused a lot more on overflow, like overflow to pay the debt, overflow of customers, not just like, I started out getting my 2 auto ship customers, and then I signed my mom up and ran for her VIPs. So then I started getting my 2 and her 2. And then I signed my husband up last month. So now I had 6. And then randomly, I don't even remember why, we had to use my dad's account, my dad's promoter account that I made like in the very beginning. But we ended up using it all, or using it last month. And so I was like, why not get 2 customer accounts under him too? So that's 8 customers a month, guys. I went from needing 2, then 4, then 6, and then 8. And then guess who got over $500 in product credits from those accounts? And guess who only needs 2 more customers out of those 8, and it's only the month? Because I focus on overflow. It's not just, I just need my 2. It's like, no, like everybody wants what I have. Everybody wants like the products that I have. I'm serving others. Like, these products are bomb. Like, I know people are coming to me. My posts are being seen, like whatever it is that I have to tell myself, but there's going to be an overflow of customers. There's going to be more than 8. There's going to be enough for all of those accounts to have 10. Like, I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I don't even know anything other than that mindset. You know what I mean? So, and since I've been talking like that, like I had my highest month when I started this Amanda Francis stuff, and she started teaching me about overflow. Like, it changed the game for me. So like I said, there's levels to it, and I don't want to like overwhelm or scare anybody, because I am super passionate about it, if you can't tell. And I want to do like a full-blown training about it one day. But yeah, Christina, I really, 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 really appreciate you for sharing your story. It was bomb. Everybody agrees. You are so brave for getting on here with us, because I know that you like intentionally switched. If y'all didn't catch that, she switched her day from the 24th to today, just because no one else would do today because it was such short notice. And she's like, well, if you guys just tell me what you're talking about. And I'm like, listen, the thing about us is like, we don't know what we're talking about until right before. So like, we'll try to do our best and give you like a 24-hour, 48-hour like ish window of like a general idea. And so that's just what we did, is like manifestation. I'm like, how do you feel about that? And Christina's like, yeah. And so we're really proud of you. And we actually think that you have a good story, like a really awesome story to share, and really amazing tips to share as well, just because of how your journey has been. And we want to hear more from you, like whether it's in the chat, or like whether we bring you back on another training later in the month, or whatever. I think
because she'll hit 4K and we'll have to make her come on and talk about it.
Exactly. So as soon as you hit 4K, that's what it's going to be. We got to talk about the journey. We got to talk about all the things.
So we've been.
That was the only thing.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
That was the only thing I didn't say, was like, I think there's still one more day, like my original day maybe, that has not been claimed. Like, I literally text Kiana and I was like, okay, nobody's taking Saturday. And the 24th, I was comfortable with the 24th. I can prepare for the 24th. This Saturday, I was like, I can't do that. But as soon as I said I can't do that, I was like, nope, let me text Kiana. I'm taking Saturday, because it made me uncomfortable. And if it doesn't make you uncomfortable, it will not make you grow.
I was just gonna say, like, we've been on here for almost 50 minutes and I haven't had any time warning, or what is Zoom doing? Like, are they just letting us have an hour or what?
No, you just think that you got M's in your bank account because you're 40K and you just upgraded that account and the highest one. So I was wondering that too. I thought it was going to cut me off, but I mean, we don't have to make this super long. I do think that manifestation does deserve a lot of like time and teaching, and this is like what my life and business coaching business is like, I have the business side and then I have the life coaching side, and I intertwine the two. to be able to help people like launch their businesses and get their mindset right around it. So I feel like very good about teaching it and calling the things out, you know, that I see and stuff like that. So that's why I get really passionate and really chatty about it. But I think that if no one has any questions or anything, or no one wants to pop on and say anything, then we can call it a night. I just want to say thank you for the 5,000th time, Christina, for stepping out of your comfort zone, for stepping up and for sharing your story with us.
Thank you. I literally got on and I was like, it was just me and Chris. I was like, I'm having a panic attack right now, but there always has to be a first time. So
No, and it's not that bad once you get used to it. Like, it's really not bad. You you did perfect. You literally did perfect. So, and Krista looks like she's about to throw Ari in the floor.
What?
I said you look like you're about to throw Ari in the floor.
She hit her elbow, so now she's screaming night night. She's ready to go to bed, so that's fine. Let's go.
All right. Well,
Alrighty. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for y'all getting on. Thank you, Christina, for pouring into us. And I hope y'all have a good night. Happy Saturday.
Yay, it's over.
Bye.
Bye, Kiana. Tell my aunt bye.